Hi guys, it's Coach Courtney for Friday Thigh Day. I have no idea what week we are in this quarantine, but thank you for joining me every single Friday. All right, so let's talk about the workout for today. We got a lot of core today and we got a lot of leg movement for today. All right, first, 16-minute AMRAP. We have 8 leg extensions, 12 air squats to high knee, 16 rolling knee tucks, and 24 plank marches, okay? So we'll have that 16-minute AMRAP first. And even though it says AMRAP, always make sure that you have the consistency of the movement, the form of the movement, and then add the speed last, okay? So again, form, consistency, then speed, all right? And again, we can use a weight today or not use a weight. It's on you as an athlete, and I'll show you the 2 movements. You might have to use a weight if you want, but again, not necessary for today. We're gonna rest. We're gonna go in 10 minutes for quality. 6 Supermans, 12 body saws, and 18 good mornings. Now when it says for quality, guys, that means I want the movement done correctly first, all right? Even though that's in an AMRAP is the same way, slower in the movement will help you up the stimulus, and that's the goal for when we do 10 minutes for quality, okay? Now, let's go over these movements, all right? First, starting off with the leg extension. All right, we've been doing these the past couple weeks. You're gonna be in that knee tall position right here. You're gonna make sure your core is tight, your glutes are tight, you have that neutral spine, almost like your body is a board, all right? Now, you can use a weight for this if you want. Totally not necessary, trust me, you will feel the quad burn. But if you want, you can put that weight on your chest, right? Lean back, notice. My hips are engaged, my glutes are engaged. I'm keeping that neutral spine and that core tight. Boom, pop up fast. Again, it's a slower movement on the way down, faster movement on the way up. Notice, when I'm coming down, my hips are not dropping to my feet. Again, I want to pretend that I am a board and everything is stacked on top of each other, okay? So, after we perform those 8 leg extensions, you're gonna go into 12 air squats to high knee. All right, so again, guys, even though we add something to the air squat, please don't butcher the air squat that you don't get the stimulus. Make sure your chest is up, your knees are out, right, and your weight is in your entire foot, mostly in your heels. So the air squat to high knee, you're leaning back, breaking below parallel, high knee. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4, right? Keep it moving for all 12, okay? And also, guys, it's gonna be a lot of engagement on those hip flexors, abductors, and adductors for today, doing this movement a lot for today. Then we have the rolling knee tucks. We have 16 of them. It's kind of like a knee to chest that we do, only you're rolling from side to side and using both legs. So how this works, you're rolling in, knee tuck, knee tuck, knee tuck, right? Again, making sure that this is what we are working for today, that hip flexor strength, which is so important for gymnastics and when you guys come back to that gym. So again, knee tuck, right? Coming from side to side, staying on your butt and not your lower back, all right? Next, 24 plank marches. You guys should know this, we do these plenty enough, but we're in that plank position, making sure that our hips are not up in the air and our butt is not, our core is not sagging and butt is staying in. We're in that plank position, you're moving your arms out, touching the floor in front of you, touching it back in. Making sure that we're not rocking side to side, all right? I wanna make sure that core stability is on point, your obliques are engaged, right? And a lot of the times when you rock side to side, you get those horrible burns on your forearms. So don't do that, all right? Again, staying in that plank position, neutral spine, and just touching really quickly that floor in front of you. Every time you reach is a rep, all right? So after that 16-minute AMRAP, we're gonna come into this 10 minutes for quality on the bottom. And again, I want the movement to slow down a bit. All right, I want the engagements to happen. I want the activation to happen so that you feel the stimulus of the movement. First, we're starting with the Supermans. Arms out in front, legs behind you, right? We're starting flat, with our chest and hips on the floor, and we're just gonna raise them nicely, right? Chest up. Also, our quads are off the floor, our shins are off the floor, coming back down. But engaging our glutes, right, and lower back when we come up, and then relaxing. All right, that's number 4. You'll be doing 6 of those, okay? Then we have the 12 body saws. You could use use your socks and your shoes to go back and forth. You could be barefoot for this, you could have shoes on, but it's basically coming into an extended plank and then moving yourself back by engaging almost like your chest and your core for this movement. So you're in the plank position here, coming into that extended plank, coming back. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. This is a little bit slower of a movement on the way back, and then you're coming back in by using that elbow, those chest muscles, and that upper core to bring you into that regular forearm plank position. Then we have the good mornings. All right, so 18 good mornings. This is the other part that you can use a weight or not use a weight. That's your choice as an athlete. So the good morning, guys. It could be on your chest in the front rack position. It could be behind you, or you could have no weight at all. No big deal. When you are doing a good morning, guys, make sure, right, that it's your hip that is going back, right? You can bend your knees in a good morning. Let me say that again. You can bend your knees in a good morning as long as this engagement in the hinge is happening. So pretend that there's a weight on my chest for this one, right? My nice whiskey bottle. But weight is here, neutral spine, neutral spine. Hips are back, it's a slower movement on the way down. Now when you come up or you feel like you lose that positioning with your upper back, that's your full range of motion. Snap back in and squeezing your glutes. So that's 1, that's 2, right? And again, that neutral spine is the most important thing that I can say. I always tell people act like you're holding groceries and you're about to shut your car door with your butt, or there's a rope tied around your waist and you're running and someone pulls you this way, right? Again, create that hinge, guys. It's the most important thing in the CrossFit arena outside of the squat. All right? Now, again, we have a lot of core movements tomorrow. We have a lot of leg movement, a lot of hip flexor movement here. Please join me if you can, 7:30, 12 p.m., and 3 p.m. on Fridays, okay? I'll see you guys this weekend.